Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. So I'm addressing a few comments I had in my previous video when I upgraded my cooling line to the extra large. So I actually had several people mention or say that the extra large cooling line looked like it had a smaller inside diameter than the large cooling line. So this is the large, this is the extra large. Both of them have a 4mm inside diameter. Both of them. One is 6mm outside, one is 8mm outside. So it actually gives an optical illusion that the one has a larger inside diameter. It's an optical illusion. Okay, so I have a couple drill bits here that I'm going to try to show you the difference here. Okay, so one drill bit is exactly 4mm. The other drill bit is slightly smaller at 3.7. Okay, so let's start with the smaller drill bit. Hopefully my camera stays focused here. Okay, so 3.7mm drill bit, it slides in about the same on both of them. Okay, you see that? It's about the same on both of them. I don't feel no difference in resistance in either one. Okay, so here's the 4mm bit. I'm going to look at the line and not the camera here. So 4mm bit, it goes slightly into that one, starts to grab, goes into that one, starts to grab. Okay, so it actually feels like the smaller cooling line has a slightly smaller inside diameter because it's wanting to grab a little bit more. They're both the same. Yeah, if anything, this one's smaller than that one. If anything, it just looks like it has a larger diameter, you know, but to be honest, it really feels like both of them are grabbing the same. They're both 4mm. Okay, so that solves that mystery. So I had several guys. Well, actually, I think it was just one or two, but he was adamant about it. He was saying if I cut my lines, I would cut it here perfect on the end, and then I would add about a 1/2 inch to my cooling line. He was saying that that's going to slow down the flow and it's not going to cool as good if you add extra line. So adding a little 1/4, 1/2, 3/4 inch to a run, it's not going to make a freaking difference. I've been running boats for 5 years, 6, 7 years now probably. And I hadn't noticed the difference adding an extra 1/4, 1/2 inch. It just ain't going to slow it down. I mean, now, if you're cutting, if you got a line this long and you cut a line or use a line this long in the place of a line that was this long, then yeah, I could see how the flow is going to get slowed down, you know. But even then, you're still going to get cooling. You know, I don't see how adding a little 1/4 or 1/2 inch to a run is going to slow it down. So that's 2 runs. That's 2 runs. In and then out. So that's an extra inch. If I put a 1/2 inch on it, then that's an extra inch at the end. I don't see how it's going to make it any difference. I also had guys say that I'm not going to get any better cooling because I didn't drill out my nipples. Okay, so this was really for aesthetics. Period. Just wanted to change the look of my boat, personalize it. They were saying I needed to go through and drill out all the nipples. Now, if this was a 120 Firma, I would say yes. Drill the damn nipple out, take the nipple out, drill the threads out, and put a tube through there. But it's not. It's a 160, and the 160s have a little bit larger nipple hole. The inside diameter on these compared to the 120 Firma is a little bit larger, and I don't see the need. The boat runs cool. I don't see the need in drilling out the ESC or the motor nipples. I just don't see the need. Now, I do want to actually get extra large nipples. I have them on my cart. I'm going to order from Offshore Electrics. That may help, but I don't see the need to pull in the ESC and taking the chance of damaging the nipples and voiding a warranty drilling it out just for maybe maybe an extra half a degree of cooling. I just don't see the need, you know. So there was one more comment I wanted to address. What was it? Let me look. Oh yeah, that's right. I had mentioned in my video that I like using blue Loctite for my drive dog. I used to use red, now I use blue. And he was like, oh, you could use red, you just got to heat it up. Well, you're right. Whenever I put Loctite on my drive dogs, I put it on the inside of the drive dog and basically Loctite the drive dog to the shaft. I also Loctite my grub screw. With the red, what I was saying, with the red, you actually have to work to get it off. You have to heat the drive dog, the shaft. You have to put a pair of pliers on there with a hammer and beat the drive dog off the shaft. So I've been using blue Loctite for the grub screw and Loctite the drive dog to the shaft. That's what I like to do now. Red, you can do it. Like the guy said, you can use it. But like I said, it's a lot of work getting it off. All right, so I got 3.7 millimeter drill bit here. One more time for you. So this is a stock line. So this 3.7, it'll barely go in there, and I have to actually force it. Actually, let me go down. Okay, so this fits in the stock. That's still tight. Okay, so that's the stock size right there. All right, let's see how big that is. So 2.9, probably 3. Yeah, 3 millimeter, 3 millimeter inside, and then we got the 4 millimeter insides on the large and extra large. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys out. It definitely is an optical illusion. Looking at these three, it looks like this one is the same size as these, but it's not. It's a whole millimeter smaller. Will we get any extra cooling from upgrading the stock to the large or extra large for that matter? Yeah, there's a whole extra millimeter of flow. Okay, so is there a difference in these two? I don't think so. The outside diameter, but are you going to lose any flow? Even if one was a thousandth of an inch larger, I don't think it would make a huge difference. I mean, come on, guys. It's a boat. It's an RC boat. It's a toy boat. Come on. See you next time.